reasons why I love you and none of them rhyme. 9 times 9, 81, Bonnie and Clyde. We got high and sat by the Wellington sign. I had one hell of a time, it's rock and roll to life.
Welcome to the Green Tea channel. This is Tristan. It's good to have the Green Tea team back for this Wednesday, the 8th of July 2020 edition of the video log. Standing here beside the mighty Waikato River on this cold winter's day here in Taupo, New Zealand. Today's topic that we're going to talk about is a solid foundation, and how important a solid foundation is to most things in life. I know many years ago I started doing martial arts training, and I went to training, and I would be seeing the black belts and the other high grades doing like great techniques and advanced things, and I was keen to get to that level, and I would try these things and experiment, and my instructor, my senseis would bring me back and get me to do basic things, standing correctly, moving correctly, conditioning the body and this type of thing. And I was impatient to get to these higher, to the what the black belts and the high grades were doing at training. And one of my senseis one day said, if you do not build a solid foundation like a triangle, all of your techniques will be built off a solid foundation of your basic techniques, your basic conditioning and movements and postures. If they are not rock solid, if you go up into the advanced things, advanced techniques and this type of thing, when you encounter something that challenges you or is outside your comfort zone, you will crumble. The foundation will not be there. So I took some breaths and realized the wisdom, and then over the years I realized that the masters and the top teachers, instructors that I trained with, they had a rock solid foundation. All of their basic movements, their basic postures and stances and timing, distance, balance, all of these things were honed in there, and then they could develop and build these repertoires of technical skill and proficiency. And if anything came that was out of the ordinary and challenging, they could revert back easily to the solid foundation which had been established. And that really stuck with me. And now I just practice the basics. And yeah, that is what I'm working on. And I realized with the lockdown and the V-word situation that the foundation that I thought we had as a people, our Bill of Rights, the Treaty of Waitangi, these type of things. Hey, how you doing? That the foundation, our foundation for freedom, our freedoms and rights was not as strong as I had thought it was, because laws were made, things were changed, and the foundation was a lot shakier and not as solid as I had thought and believed it was. And that's why I really like and respect the New Zealand Public Party, because they are campaigning on the foundational issues, the core issues. They're things of government accountability, a new solid Bill of Rights, their rewriting the government constitution, writing a people's constitution. Their main focus is these core foundational things which we as a country, I thought we had, but we don't. It's been proven that this is not the case. And I respect that. I realise that some of the opposition parties have stood up and given opposition to what's been going on, and I appreciate that. But it's not enough. It's not. You can't, without that foundation of the people, by the people, and for the people. The government are our public servants. We pay them. Hey, if we had gone to a vote, a referendum, and the population had signed off on the police and people being able to come into your house with no warrant, to test you, to detain you, tyrannical style, communist style laws, if the people had signed off on that, I would and voted and had I would abide by the will of my fellow countrymen and women. But that isn't the case. So I really encourage people to take the time to have a look at the New Zealand Public Party, because with their foundational policies and documents, we can continue to build the free and beautiful country we have. Yeah, the dog just came through my legs.
Hey Bobby, hey Bobby.
Get down. There you go. He's friendly. Yeah. And yeah. It's turning into the animals. So dogs coming to say hi. And with the solid foundation of the Bill of Rights, People's Constitution, rewriting the government constitution, we know we have that solid foundation. Like, there's no point having things, UBIs, shovel-ready projects, whatever, if we do not have our democracy and our freedoms and rights enshrined. And yeah, that's why I'll leave a link to the New Zealand Public Party. So they would be a very good addition, working with any party. There's a groundswell, it's a movement of the people, for the people and by the people. And I would encourage people to have a look at what they're saying, and it just and even if you're from overseas, I know there's people, Green Tea team members from all around the world, Japan, Europe, France, England, Ireland. Shout out to everyone. And it's not just in New Zealand, it's we're really a test case for the rest of the world. So, and I know in the UK, this sort of place, they have brought in their own V-word bills. They have made their own changes to legislation without consulting the people. And yeah, that foundation of democracy and accountability of government, that is what we need enshrined, so then we can build and with confidence and security. Because I grew up in a free and open New Zealand, and if my children and grandchildren, I want them to have that also. I want them to experience and have the rights and freedoms that I experienced, and as I was growing up and lived in New Zealand for my whole life. So it's It's important that the election is coming up in September. It's important that we unite, we speak up, we let these people know that it's not okay. We're standing up, we're front and center. We can see, we're awakened, we can see behind, we can, you know, we know the lethality of the V word was not what they said. We know that we have been getting pushed narratives that are untrue and biased, and people who speak up are getting suppressed. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Have courage, speak your truth, support each other, have faith and have fun. Peace out.